Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream today. Brian Nato and Samantha Perry with you on a Friday afternoon. A little overcast today, but another beautiful day here. Big weekend too at Gulfstream Park. Everything must go on Sunday, that kind of end of the fiscal year, so everything's mandatory. Rainbow, of course, is the big news on Sunday and a mandatory payout on a 10-race card. But everything must go on Sunday. So there you see the Rainbow, guesstimated at $1.25 million. But everything is mandatory on Sunday. There you go. Thank you, guys. Good work there with that. All those pools there will all carry over pools, so everything will go on Sunday. And, of course, that card has been drawn as well. Ronnie and I will film a Rainbow preview, and it's a fun sequence. I finished things up today, and looking forward to that.
I finished it about a week ago.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I think it could pay $23 or $23,000.
Yeah, it's going to be. There's a huge favorite to kick off the sequence, but plenty of time to get into that. Today, it's $125,000 on a 9-race Friday card, and that carryover already $77,000. So I would think we'd blow past $1.25 today. To be sure, firm turf course, that's always a good thing. A fast main track, the Tapeta as well. And an early pick 5. Very few significant scratches today. We like that.
Very few at all.
Yeah, at all, right? So $36 for me. Race number 2, I've got the 5 on top, Back Ring Buzz. Race 3, the 3 is Para Siempre. Race number 4 is the 2, and that is Gervin's Princess. And in race number 5, that is my long shot Chanticleer for Jose Castro off a layoff and a claim. And blinkers are going to go on there. So there we go there on a $36 early pick 5. Let's take a look now at race number 1. We're on the Tapeta at a mile and a 16th here. These are 12.5, 2 L's for 3-year-olds and up. It's a clean field of 7. Same kind of horses in a different kind of order. Legal Maneuver on top for you, Carlos David, a barn that just really, can't do anything wrong right now.
Yeah, that's the truth here. But to be honest, this horse has done a lot wrong
in
a lot of his starts. But he does have a win across the Tapeta surface, which is a good thing. It seems like he suits that way better than the grass course, so that's a positive here. And like you mentioned, just the barn has been going guns blazing right now, so this is a good thing.
Yeah, over 32%. Yeah. But Samantha did say it perfectly. That last Tapeta run in March against only 3-year-olds too.
Yeah, not very good.
Not very good at all. We'll see what we get today. I'm on Willingness off the claim for Barry Croft. Barry quietly does some pretty good work in this kind of a, we'll call it arena. We've got a stat here as well. He's 2 for 9 in general off the claim. Let's take a look at this stat. Now this is a horse that did fail for Carlos David. 25%. This is the last couple years. So we'll see today what we get. You know, this horse won by 7 lengths 2 starts back to break the maiden, and the last time was facing winners for the first time. It's very difficult to improve off Carlos David, but I just kind of I don't mind that race facing winners last time.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
I don't blame you. It's not horrible. It's not great. He started off the race pretty good and then just really flattened out. But, hey, maybe you give him a little bit of credit. That was his first time facing winners.
Right.
It wasn't an easy spot by any means. But, hey, he's going to face a lot of these again.
Right. Well, that's the thing. And, you know, if Noble Tiger, at least is your morning line favorite at 1 for 23, I think there's reasons why we're both looking elsewhere. But honestly, he should be the favorite. He's been bet hard in his last 2 starts, and he has run well. He just never, ever wins. Tapeta seems to have agreed with him a little bit of late. Let's kick off not only the early pick 4, but the TT pick 3 in race number 2. It's a fun one as well. 7.5 and a maiden special weight on the turf. These are 2-year-old fillies. A scratch of the 3, Divinely Inspired. I'll tweet out my ticket, but we've got Samantha's TT pick 3.
Not easy, but I'm starting it off with the best bet here and as the 7. Race 6 and race 9. Those are tough ones. I could have used 4 horses in race 9, I think, but those are the 2 that I'm going to go down with, Rock and Roll Bolt and the Laura Cesares trainee. So it's a $24 play, and it's all hinging on my best bet here, Bohemian.
Well, there we go. Talk about it, because this is a horse that I think is definitely a huge player, finally getting a route of ground today.
Well, that's that's so key. Essential Quality is yet to have a winner yet.
Wow.
Yeah, so we'll see that now there are some live ones even today at Churchill, some live essential quality runners. But I think just what they're going to want is more ground in general.
Yeah.
It's the son of the or daughter of the Belmont Stakes winner, and he can run all day long, has that even style. I think she'll really appreciate the 2 turns, but you never know till they try it.
Yeah, and you got Kitten's Joy on the bottom of this pedigree as well. She did a little running late in the Royal Palm. She did get shuffled at the start,
Yeah,
so I expect her to be a lot closer today. I'm on the replay horse, and that's the 5, Back Ring Buzz. We're going to stretch out for Carlos David. We're going to try the turf. This is not, point blank, a good turf barn, first out turf barn, 6%. But you see that hard spun with the Danzig blood. I think she's going to like it. I think more importantly, Samantha, she's going to like an extra turn, too.
Yeah, probably. I was a little hesitant on this horse just in general, just from the sales work, because the second dam had Cogburn, and this horse only sold for $37,000. I figured this horse probably didn't vet, especially because Waver Tree sold this filly, but she was very clearly second best to Spinelli, who Spinelli, before she even debuted, DJ Sables said this is a runner.
Right.
So now there's no Spinelli here.
No Spinelli here. Kitty Cleo, to be perfectly blunt with you, is only the morning line favorite because of her connections. I don't really think she can run much at all. I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything yet that says.
I know. I agree completely. And they didn't even really come back to her last time.
No.
I know Monster was in the race, so that horse took all the heat.
Right.
But yeah, she better hope for a big wake up with 2 turns.
Yeah, a fair betting line to me would have Bohemian as the horse to beat.
Yeah.
But again, with Connection, Safi, and Edgard, even Stone Street, they're gonna play her hard. Race number 3 is on the Tapeta at 1 mile and a 16th. These are fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2. Your tag is 8. It's a clean field of 7, and again, same numbers, different orders.
Yeah.
Saint Chapelle for you, and we'll show a replay as well.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to show except the fact that I think St. Chapelle's the only one you want out of this race. There's a couple, like My Happy Holidays, coming out of this race as well. But this is the one that St. Chapelle's who you want here. She got the win a few starts back and has been facing the same group, but now she's back in with the $8,000 level. I don't know who else to bet in this race, to be honest, Brian. She just looks like the best of the group, but I don't have a lot of conviction in saying that.
Yeah, I'm excuse me. I just think Paris Siempre is the one to me. She ran pretty well on the turf last time, stretching out, so that's behind her now. Her Tapeta run 2 starts back was against just 3-year-olds. That's a pretty okay group. So I got a feeling they're going to hammer her. In all probability, for Vicente Stella, gutted it out last time. She's going to have to stretch out today, though.
Yep, she will, and it seems like she'll be able to, and she did it okay on the grass course, but you don't know till you know. She's wheeling back a bit quick.
That's exactly it. She is certainly bred to run top and bottom 2 turns.
Right.
3 down, 6 to go. When we come back, it's Ronnie's Rainbow 6 on a Friday here. 125 in the estimated jackpot. Stay tuned.
And they're off.
Win big with new DRF All Access Past Performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Easily switch between views. Access the most trusted information in horse racing with DRF All Access Past Performances. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian and Samantha with you. Another picture-perfect Friday afternoon here in Hollandale Beach. A big weekend. Big couple of weeks, actually, of course, with the stakes next week on July 4th weekend. That'll be a lot of fun, too. Let's take a look at Ron's Rainbow 6 today. 125 in the estimated jackpot. Excuse me, Ronnie's hit it a couple times in the last couple racing weeks here. Here's the 4320 playbook, and, pretty standard. He's got the single in race 7.
Yeah, race 7, Chena. Wow, that's a pretty bold one
It
there.
is.
Yeah, wow. Second off the claim for Safi Joseph and back to the Tapeta. where the horse has 4 wins. So that's an interesting one. Race 8, yeah, that's not an easy race at all. The $25,000 claimers, those on the dirt. And in the finale, the turf finale, it's a tough one for state breds. He's got Fast Fixer Pajero's coming off of a win, and Sticky McStickins from the parking lot.
I don't see Chain at all.
I don't either.
Good single. Aggressive single. I like that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are probably going to spread in that race. So let's take a look at race number 4 now. It's a 12-5 claimer here. Fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. We've got a scratch of the 4, and that is Just Mercy. And Samantha on the 5. Motown Mika. We've got the replay. I don't know. She has a too good to be true feel to me.
That's so true. This was her first start off the claim. I had Smart Jenny this day, so I wasn't even a fan of her here. But she ran pretty hard.
She did.
She gutted it out. She stuck around. Smart Jenny, it was kind of like she won the battle but lost the war. Well, she didn't even win the battle, actually, because Defendant put a neck in front at the end. But she did a lot of the hard work there. Amy the Butcher, you can't even see her in the replay because you don't need any part of her. But I don't know. Does she get with Jose Morelos aboard today? Is this something kind of change?
No, it was a fast race for the level, for sure. She's clearly the horse to beat. It does stick out a little bit, but Oscar Gonzalez, sticks out sometimes off the claim.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
maybe you just
That's
take
fair.
it at face value. Kathleen O'Connell's been sticking out. The barn has just been doing really good things of late. I don't know if there's anything in the tank with Gervin's Princess, but I think she's going to get in front in here.
Yeah.
And this is a big drop for her.
Oh, yeah. Huge. And now second off a layoff, and they tried her against some tougher competition last time out. Way too tough, I think. Way more than she could probably handle. And
Yeah.
this is a good spot.
Honestly, she didn't run that poorly to be beaten 6 1/4 lengths off an August Parks layoff.
That's very fair.
Not that bad of an effort.
not at
Major
all.
Price, another big dropper as well. I mean, this is a group she's going to look to the right of in the starting gate and like.
Yeah, and Puckered and Timely Reward we'll see on Sunday.
Well, puckered good all of a sudden.
Beats me how.
Beats me how as well. Late pick 5 gets going here in race number 5. We're on the Tapeta at 5.5 in a 17-5 maiden claimer. Scratch out the 7. Not going to say it. Blinkers on the 1. Chanticleer. Blinkers on the 8. Gallant Knight. And Gelding on the 9. And that is Acquisitive. Take a look at Samantha's late pick 5 ticket.
This was tough for me today.
Yada Raya. There, you want me to say
I no. I was
That's
just
who's
laughing.
out, the 7.
That is who is out. I think
Okay.
I thought it's Yadira. Anyway, Pete doesn't have to say it, and that's the main thing. I have no idea. No strong opinion in race 5. And race number 6, kind of the same. I have Vino Limon on top. Race 7, I'm singling Amori Control.
Wow.
I needed a single so bad. I mean, already $60 was a lot that I wanted to put in, but here we go. If I'm not out of races 5 and 6, I'm not through. I don't deserve to hit this because that would be sad.
Yeah.
Race 8, I have the 7 on top. That's Lady Coe's. And in that's my long shot. And then I hope so. And in race number 9, I have the 3 Fast Fixer on top.
Well, you might be out after race 1 here. You don't have my long shot.
Oh, really? I went this deep and I don't have your long shot? Oh, no.
It would be $72 if you want to add.
Long shot is 3 to 1.
Chanticleer. Oh, boy. All right. Let's take a look now at race number 5.
All right, there we go.
You do have my phone number now. You can text me.
Yeah,
these prices.
you were not even finished with 1 day, and I was already 2 days ahead.
Gallant Knight is going to add blinkers at a short number, and that's who we're going with on top. I mean, this is a plunge here.
Yeah.
Jose D'Angelo. The one thing I will note before I throw it to you, this is a horse now, not only is facing older horses, he's only run against 2-year-olds.
Yeah. That's pretty wild whenever you look at it. But this horse here, as you could see by my ticket, I didn't have a very strong opinion here at all. But Lasix goes on for the very first time. It's just the barn's going well. Edgar lands here.
Yep.
This
is clearly the horse to beat.
It is. You're probably going to take a short price, and he probably shouldn't be either.
No, I mean, there's some clear, flags here. There's a maiden special weight dropper that hasn't been out since December 6th.
Right.
And he's now close to the bottom today. Does get Lasix, does get blinkers. I'm going to just try to pop this field with Chanticleer. The only reason I say that is because on June 24th, this horse worked 34-2. Blinkers going on today as well.
Yeah.
Jose Castro pretty sharp, quietly. Now, obviously, they claimed this horse back in January 5th. Okay, so
Oh, sorry, I printed before that
yeah,
work
but you
would
didn't have
happen.
it, right?
No,
That's why that's the thing. This is a big move here.
Yeah.
This horse cost $725 for Team Pletcher. It did not work out.
No, it didn't. This is an interesting horse. This horse is so sway backed. It's not even funny. I just remember last year looking at this horse, and it just sway back. Their back just goes whoosh. Very comfortable to ride, but not usually that talented. From the rail, hey, nobody could sniff 34-2 in this field.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you just take a deep breath and see what happens here. The homebred for Ruben Sierra, the 4th Seattle Roar, should be a big price.
Yeah, look, there's nothing on this horse online by any means, but Ruben Sierra, although very quiet lately, he can win first time out.
Yeah, exactly. And his homebreds can sometimes they pop up and they
do.
run, and he puts them where they can run. So
True.
I think that's noteworthy as well. Late pick 4 in race number 6. We're on the turf here at a mile. Rails at 52 feet today. Do take note of that. 3-year-old fillies are 4 and up, which have never won 3. Your tag 17-5. The big scratch of the card is the 4 Carrington.
Yeah.
Who was going to be a short number, was my single. So now we got to rework this late pick 4. We'll take a look at it. $27 for me. Race 7 is the 7, and that is Warda. Race number 8 is the 7 as well. That is Lady Cuz. And in race number 9, that is the 3 Fast Fixer on a $27 late pick 4 ticket. We'll get back into it. This is the middle leg of the TT pick 3. And again, big scratch of Carrington. I had her on top at least. You are. We got to get race 6 up here, guys. Who are you? Oh, there we go. You are on the 6, and that is Vino Limone.
Yep.
We've got to replay this. I'm assuming the turf race here. She ran very well.
Yep. I always had her on top. This
Okay.
was back in February. Look where she is right here. The rails were at 59 feet. It's tough to close like she did when the rails were at this setting, and she did it okay. Now, I'm not going to say that this was a great group, although it was during the championship meet. Trust me, we've seen a few of these, and they are still doing the same thing. But she ran on quite nicely, and that is what I really like to see here, Brian. Now, can she do it again here today? Maybe, because that was her last grass race.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
I couldn't agree more. Armando de la Cerda. I like him on Sunday in the Rainbow. With a dropper, and this is a barn overdue to get going. And again, I scratch into her, but I like that turf race.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Super's Lucky Lady off the Bo Chapman claim. I mean, she's gonna, I assume, try to wire this field.
Yeah.
Stretching out.
But so was the 1
well,
well, right? The 1 was very fast.
Yeah.
So I wonder what's going to happen between those two.
Well, that's why I played it like I did, because I think Secret Victory, the 5, should trip out pretty nicely in here.
Yep, exactly. Yes. Country Economics and Tinta Roja. Tinta Roja won.
Yeah, Tinta Roja won, and she was really good doing it as well. Late pick 3 in race 7, or snappy 5 on the Tapeta. This is a good race. This is the race of the day. Starter optional claimer for the fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. And you're going to come back to a Maury control. I'm very worried going that way. 2 losses in a row after 7 straight times hitting the wire first.
Yep, and I don't go ahead. What were
No,
you
not
gonna
that
say?
she's run poorly. That's all.
Yeah, no, she hasn't. But when you were winning like she was, it kind of worries you. Well, look at the replay here. This was was it? No, it was the last start. Yep. So Fields of Green is in the mix here. Here's what's key, and I don't want to knock anything on Joe Trejos because he's done a fantastic job with this mare, but Jose Morelos is winning so many races right now, and we switched to him in the saddle. That can make a really big difference here as she finally switched her lead right there, and she looked. I mean, she ran she ran hard. She just got beaten. Nana's Corn Muffin, he beat me the other day
on the turf
in the Rainbow. So yeah. Well, I don't know where that came from. So I guess that was a pretty productive race. But look, she also has to seek it out with Warda here today, and my wife knows it all. Yeah,
she hasn't beaten Warda in any of these streaks, and Warda's better than all those horses, and Warda's perfectly drawn, and Warda's not in for a tag. I like that as well. So I think the race goes through her, and then, of course, Amore Control. What would a race be without her old friend, My Wife Knows It All?
Yeah, her nemesis.
Her nemesis.
And unfortunately gets the rail.
Yeah.
And last time was very, very flat. But this, I will say this with my wife knows it all, and Gary Jackson, is he's given her space between her races now, which is, guess what? Warda has had a race since then.
Yeah. And I like what Liz Dobles is doing with the more control. She backed off on her a little bit.
Yep.
You know, she was humming along every 3 to 4 weeks. Now she's coming in off 6 weeks, so I think that could help her as well. I don't know what happened last time. I can guarantee you Miguel Vasquez didn't want to be dueling on the lead.
No,
So
probably not.
She's got to settle a little better today. I think that's why she was a little flat. Excuse me, last time. Fast main track for race number 8 in the late double. 6 furlongs and a $25,000 claimer. 3-year-old fillies are 4 and up, which have never won 2 races. A clean 7-pack here. We're all on the outside with the 7. Lady Cuz, we're drawing a line. Why does she want a turf route? She doesn't.
No, she doesn't. I don't know why that I look at it. I made her my long shot. Now I just keep looking, and I'm not sure what I was thinking here. It's all right. Story for another day. Yeah, the dirt race 2 starts back was a good one. Like you said, no part of dirt routing there, and in the Leon Minot barn. 0 for 17 barn.
Yeah, but I mean, ran well. 2 starts back, and that race, I know it was a maiden claimer, but I think that's good enough to beat this group. Hey, Gervin Starr ran really well last time too, and she comes in off a dominant win at 12-1, getting to the dirt again.
Yeah, that was really nice victory there. And there's a couple in here that are coming off of big victories, like 3 of them, and you wonder where are they going to move up? Are they going to be stagnant? What's going to happen here?
You know, I made Kip the Distance the morning line favorite. I just think her dirt races, you know, when you Olga, and, you know, they're way better. Fetty and
they are
volatile. Those are not that she did a lot of running. Well, she didn't run poorly 2 starts back behind Olga.
No, she didn't. Not at all.
The Tampa horses are kind of interesting. The 1 Mama Drama blinks for Bennett, and the 2 Grace the Law off a win. I mean, Mama Drama, the Bennett barn's starting to tick over a little bit.
Absolutely, and returns back to the dirt.
Yeah.
And then what do you do with Grace the Law? That she barely got her head down in front there, but it proved to be a pretty good racer. A couple next out winners.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of, you know, Mama Drama is very slow. Grace the Law a little faster, but I still think they're looking up at the locals, but the prices should be right.
Yep.
Wrap it up this is a good race on the turf in race number 9. Again, the rail's at 52 feet. It's a state-bred optional claimer here for 3-year-olds and up. Okay, thank you, Eli. Scratch the 7. Ensign Parker is a late one. Take note of that. Ensign Parker is the 7, and he is out of this race. I didn't have him anywhere, but you know, he was 6-1 at least on the morning line. Jen and Patter Pop. Same horse. Now this is a Tapeta race we're going to show you, but the gang is kind of here with Fast Fixter, Sticky McSchnickens, and a Rock and Roll Bolt, and all 3 of them ran very well.
Yes, they did. Sticky McStickens to me is a little bit better on the Tapeta than the turf.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, and then Fast Fixer does have more wins on the Tapeta than on the grass course, but he has never been on the grass for Laura Cesaris.
I think that's dangerous because Laura is rolling right along now, and she's kind of, I think we got to know Laura as a turf sprint trainer.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
This is a dangerous horse. Now, Rock and Roll Bolt would win this race by 6 with his turf races, but they were at Fairgrounds for Jose Cameo.
Exactly, which, you know, he's sharp, and he's very sharp in New Orleans as well. This might be a little bit of a sneaky horse, so I used him also in my ticket.
He ran okay last time. I think I had him at 20, and that was a bad line by me, and they bet him real strongly. And he ran okay, but you could see he wasn't running with the top 2. Pajero's interesting for Gallegos and Amity.
Yeah.
Pops at a homebred, or excuse me, not a homebred. They have a homebred on Sunday in the Rainbow. Pops at 13-1 on debut. I think this is a dangerous horse.
Yeah, and he did this in a really professional fashion. I will say things really set up for him. The rails were at 80 feet. Look at those fractions, and he just was able to just pop right by him. It was a big effort, and the way he did it was so professional. It's interesting, though. I think the race came back a bit slower than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and we'll have to see. You know, facing winners is tough, too.
Yeah.
Did you use sneak preview on a ticket, or can he win? I didn't like him.
I'm not a fan.
Okay.
Especially,
underneath.
underneath. I didn't use him in anything at all. But it seems like the more distance is going to be the better. I was completely against him when he won on the Tapeta going 5, but I don't know.
Ugly kind of all-out win at 8-5
there you
last
go.
time.
That's a fair assessment.
Now he's stepping way up today. I know there's state breds, but
Still,
way up.
yeah.
And Giant Turf, he's by Arrogate. And it's not really in the pedigree either.
No, especially sprinting.
Exactly, yeah, that too. So 9 races for you on a fun Friday here. We'll take a look at the lightning round, and of course, as it should and as it will all weekend, and it will lead with Sunday in an everything must-go mandatory Sunday, and the big one is obviously the Rainbow Six with an estimated pool at $1.25 million.
Huge here.
Yep.
Very, very exciting, very fun Sunday, fun on the Sunday, as we like to call it around these parts here. Sorry. I was like, wait, what is that? That slate that just came up. Did you just see that?
Yeah, that was the Sunday.
It said today mandatory.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha.
Anyway, you flashed for like 2 seconds. Anyway, but yeah, and the Super High 5 must go. Late Pick 5 must go. So really exciting. It'll be a fun day. Nice weather this weekend.
No doubt about it. And next weekend, we talked about the big weekend with the stakes and all that, but it's fan appreciation weekend as well. So there you can see there.
We're going to have a photo booth. We're going to have hot dogs, prizes. Fan appreciation weekend. Come out. We appreciate you. $3 food and drink specials. So it'll be really fun. In the breezeway, which is quite literally a breezeway, because it'll feel much cooler in the breezeway than it will anywhere else.
To be sure. The TTP is back today and all weekend as well. 3 good turf races today. 2 of them in the late pick 3 races. In the late pick 4, 6 and 9.
Yep, 2, 6, and 9 starts off with a good one. The 2-year-old's going to stretch out. This is such a fun time when we start to see 2-year-olds stretching out, Brian.
Yeah, hitting that first turn for the first time. Best bet for you today?
Bohemian. It
There you
starts
go.
off the tropical turf pick 3.
Okay, I like it. I lost mine. My long shot today is should qualify. That is Chanticleer in race number 5 down on the inside. Word on the street is Samantha does not have a long shot today.
Yeah. Nope. I don't.
Still win, though.
Could still win.
All right, Ronnie be out here for the opener. Pete's upstairs. We gave him plenty of time, even though he doesn't have a lot to do, which is how we like it here. Happy to have you aboard on a Friday at Gulfstream Park.